Thanks for joining us today. My name is Stephanie Emmerich, and I am the manager of digital content with Boys Town Press. And today we have with us new author Melissa Minery. And Melissa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's really a pleasure.
Great. We're so excited to have you. You are one of our brand new authors. You're also a school counselor, right?
Yes,
Yes.
right now I'm with high schoolers.
Awesome. Why don't we start out by having you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Okay, so I'm still a relatively new school counselor. My first experience was in the elementary school, and it's kind of like tying it back into the inspiration for this book. Um, but I've worked in an elementary school, I've worked in a K-8 school. Then I went and did some Job Corps with, young adults and career. And now I'm in the high school. So I have a lot of different experience. um, I'm a mom, I have a fiance, I love to hike, I'm a growth junkie. I'm always trying to do things to like, grow my brain and stuff like that. I'm a big nerdy dork, really.
Which are the best kind, isn't it?
Yes.
Absolutely. And what a great, you have a lot of age spans to draw from with all of the different students that you've worked with. That's awesome. So you talked a little bit, that's your experience as a school counselor is your kind of inspiration from the story, but how did you get into writing? What motivated you to make that jump?
Oh my goodness. Well, so in grad school, there is this class that everybody had to take, and there was this paper. Um, it's a pretty big paper, and I was very intimidated. Like anytime you give me like it has to be a certain length, I get really stressed out about that. But the topic was an aspect of your life. So a lot of reflecting, introspection. So that paper was the catalyst to a memoir that I wrote in one summer. And just because it had just like spilled out of me. And so then the next summer, I had already had my first year in my career and had the summer off. And there were things that, that I had seen that I wanted to address. I wanted empathy and perspective is like so important to me. And how do I make these abstract concepts more concrete? So kind of went on what I was seeing, what I thought there was a need for in the elementary school, and then how can I make it more concrete? So I looked at my own story growing up, and then also my child and like what they were going through. They were fifth grade at the time, um, and now they're a sophomore. That's when I started writing this book. They were in fifth grade, and now they're a sophomore in high school. So it's a long process. Um, but it's kind of like seeing a need. I saw a need, and I really want this book to be a tool for school counselors, teachers, school social workers to use in the classroom or in small group setting. But there are some kind of big issues that the students are dealing with in this book, and so to have the adult like discuss that and feel in concrete. That's
Yeah,
what.
definitely. And you saying seeing the need from your experience as a school counselor, I'm going to tell you that is an ongoing theme every time we get to talk to one of our authors of where all of our authors have been in the classroom, have that experience, are either teachers, school counselors, professionals that have been working with kids and then see that need to find a way to share that message. And this book is such an amazing way to provide that tool to have the conversation with that tough age group, that fifth grade, seventh grade, middle school type of age group. It's hard to have those conversations, and it's hard for us adults to figure out ways to have those conversations. And that's one of the things as I was reading this book, I kept thinking about, oh, this is such a great, there's so many opportunities to have to read it and use it with small groups, use it with kids, use it with classrooms, that type of thing, and have those important conversations.